All right, shower is completed. That's not okay.
Oh, I just saw the gnat again.
That's not okay, in my opinion. Oh! Today I will be a plus size influencer who has died. That is crazy.
This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Damn, what a real bitch is that?
Hey there YouTube, it's me Hens, and I'm back here with Amberlynn. This is the 4th weigh-in video of her series that she's doing, and it's called Opening Up About My Health at 500 Pounds, bar weigh-in episode 4. Let's get into it. It's a short one. It's only 10 minutes. Let's blast right through.
Hello. Welcome to a new weigh-in video.
Thank you.
Today is Tuesday the 15th. Let's literally get right into the questions. Are you in a lot of pain at this size?
I think she's numb to it.
I have always been big. Even as a kid, I was always the fattest one in the room. That has not changed now. So
Why does she seem proud of it? Like, the smile on her face. I think it's because it's the one thing that she feels makes her special, but it really doesn't. It's not a personality trait. It's not something that you earned. It's not something about you that you should feel should be an identifier.
even as a kid, I was always the fattest one in the room. That has not changed now.
Yeah, you see this look on her face?
So this means I am used to my size. Like, my muscles are like,
Also, you notice the filter? We're not seeing this chin like how we were seeing in the last episode.
I'm used to this. So no, like, I don't have as much pain as what people probably think I have. I always
No,
catch
I think
people thinking
you don't understand what it means to be pain-free. And when you live with pain, like chronic pain every day, of course you get a little bit numb to it, or you forget that not everybody experiences this level of discomfort just every second of existence. And that's what I feel like she's going through.
I look uncomfortable or I look like I'm in pain, and it's like I don't feel those things. There have been times in my life, especially at my heaviest, where I had a lot of lower back pain due to my belly, because my belly carries a lot of weight, so it's
Get in my belly.
heavy. So especially at my heaviest, like, a lot of back pain. The most pain I do feel is when I'm grocery shopping. If I'm on my feet for
So when you're doing the one activity that requires you to walk around potentially, even though we know that you've used the motorized scooters pretty much your whole adult life because you were doing it even back with Crystal.
like an hour and a half, the heels on my feet do hurt. I mean, just imagine, I am over 500 pounds.
She has heel spurs, which is something that she claimed when she was only like 375 to 400.
I have very small feet, but for the most part, I'm not in really that much pain. No.
You could even say they're dainty little feet, carrying all that weight. I feel so bad for them.
Oh, as sad as this is, the pain is more mental and emotional. What did you mean by
What?
I planned my whole day around this
What?
in your what I ate today video? So I think they're referring to this clip. All right, you guys, it is time for
Really? We already know what you're talking about.
out for a certain day, or if I'm going to go out with my mom, whatever it may be, and I know that there's a certain meal that is a larger amount of calories, then that is the first thing that I log, so that I know, okay, this sushi is 900 calories. Now let me plan my meal around that. It wasn't that I was planning my day like,
Oh my god, she's not sped up. That's why. I was like, why is this so slow? It's because she wasn't sped up at all. I'm so sorry. We should not have to be sitting here listening to her talk at such slow speed. Sorry.
my activities and what I was doing around the sushi. It was just planning my meals around it.
False. False. Because you don't do anything. So, like, what are you going to plan your activities around? You're not. You don't plan to do more exercise because you're eating it. But what you're doing is employing the language of disordered eating.
What's a misconception you hear about your lipedema or lymphedema? Without a doubt, there's two things. It's either how much harder it is for me to lose weight, which I'm not going to talk about that because I feel like I talk about that a lot. I'm going to talk about the fact of how much the swelling affects my body and how much easier my body can move just overnight based on my swelling going down.
Huh. It's almost like you shouldn't eat ramen and fried sushi and really salty biryani and all of these other things. It's almost like you're doing this to yourself and you want to complain about it. And then you want to get paid off of complaining about it. But then you don't want to do anything with that money to better yourself. That's what it sounds like.
A lot of people think that I'm exaggerating when I say that, like, wow, my breathing is so much better. My walking is so much better. My stamina is so much better. I waddle less when I walk, when I literally unswell. And sometimes that literally can just happen overnight. People think I'm exaggerating, and I promise I'm not. I am
She is a grape. All you guys have to do is imagine a grape being pressed. It's like a slow press, or actually, it's more like an olive. Amberlynn loves olives, so we'll use this analogy. It's like the seed of the olive being pressed and the olive oil just slowly dripping. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
so much more mobile when I'm not swollen. When I am swollen, it is a lot harder for me to get around. What makes it harder for me to get around is my skin is tighter. It reduces my range in motion around my.
Wait, so when your lymphedema goes down, you have loose skin? Is that what she's saying? That it's like a she's like the ants that store the sugars in their butts. It just swells up when they have it there, and then it disappears when her body metabolizes it. Really?
My joints, my ankles, just everywhere. Genuinely, it makes
The
my
ankle.
legs feel like cement, like big concrete cements. And that's why I waddle more. It's harder to move my legs. And when I'm swollen, I am more lethargic. I have less energy. I get more tired. And due to the fluid just being.
Ma'am, part of the reason you have no energy is because you don't do anything. You never build up your energy levels or your ability to expend them. Like, why do you expect yourself to just be able to go full force? People get exhausted exerting themselves more than they're used to, and yet she expects to just be able to walk and exist like a normal human being without any consideration of her actual weight having a consequence. And she's surprised and she's like somehow not putting it together that she could change her behavior and lose weight and it would make her feel better. You wouldn't feel so lethargic if you lost weight. You're not Anna from Glitter and Lasers. You do still have burnable fat on your body.
Everywhere around my body, it makes my breathing a lot worse. So when I become less swollen, it is because I'm actively losing weight. So if I step on the scale and I see that I'm down 6 pounds, because that was what I said last week, when I was like, yeah, I was down 6 pounds, I was walking around the casino and I felt so much better. And people were like, ugh.
And then I had a drink or two, my 2 drinks that matched my eye makeup. Remember that, Amber? Drinking is bad for your lymphedema and lipedema. Remember that?
How does she notice a 6 pound difference in her body at that size? It's because all of those things I just named to you, they diminish and they get less extreme. So when I'm not as swollen,
She looked up the word diminish because she's never uses that. Like, whenever she just sprinkles in these new words, she's been looking up on a thesaurus or something.
what is happening, it is improving my lymph flow to my body, which then in return, it makes it easier for me to move. I become more flexible. I'm able to keep up more with everyone else.
Flexible,
My breathing gets
Lynn?
better. And that cement feeling for when I am swollen, that goes away almost completely when the swelling goes away. Like all of these
The swelling never completely goes away, though. That's the lie she tells herself.
things become so detrimental when I'm swollen. And then when I lose that swelling, my body becomes more loose and my lymph flow is happening and I feel it. It's like you
Not loose Lynn. We don't need a loose Lynn arc.
can only understand if you had this disease. People comparing their body to
You can only understand, aka everybody in the audience, you guys just don't understand lymphedema, lipedema like I do. It's not like there's other creators that discuss it on this platform that are actively discussed in Goro World. It's not like that at all. You guys just have no idea. You guys are stupid, uninformed losers. Boo you. That's what her face is saying, and that's what her attitude is saying.
mine saying, I don't notice a 6 pound loss because you don't have this illness. You don't have this
Amber.
disease and be grateful for
Amber, people who are much smaller than you would definitely notice a 6 pound loss because guess what? It's a larger proportion of their body weight. So, yeah, they do recognize that. Somebody your weight would not recognize it because the only difference would be how much swelling you have or if you haven't taken a shit that day because 5 pounds of weight, that's just what you didn't shit out because you've shown us your meals and you tell us how much you're gaining or losing at any time. So we know, like, she wants to call everybody else crazy, but she's the one who's over 500 pounds.
When I lose 6 pounds, yeah, sure, it's water weight. But at the same time, I'm not just losing 6 pounds of water weight, which to a normal person, that's all that would be happening. I'm also improving the flow of my lymph, my fluid.
No, Amber, actually, for a smaller person, if you start losing 6 pounds and you're very close to not having any excess weight on your body, that's a lot of weight to lose. And it's hard. And it's not water weight, it's actual weight. Water weight is what you lose because you take in so much sodium and so little actual water that there's no balance in your life. And on top of that, you eat a bunch of food that causes you constipation, and you obviously don't know how to cook because you have to buy everything out of a package. And that plays a part too in why your gut is so shitty.
Fluids. I lose more fluids. I gain more flexibility and motion, and my skin's not as tight. Like the list can go on.
You are 5'2" and 520 pounds. Shut the fuck up.
So what I'm saying is it's not the 6 pounds that I'm feeling, it's the symptoms of my lipedema and lymphedema that get.
Y'all, I cannot be bothered to listen to what she's saying right now. I'm just so happy. I got a new case for my phone because my old one was like literally gross and falling apart. It was broken all over. And this new one makes my phone look brand new. I'm so excited.
Better and improve when I am actively losing weight. That is what I'm talking about. So to the average person, to hear me say, oh, I felt so much better after losing 6 pounds, yeah, that's a pretty vague statement. So when you hear me just say that, it's like, girl, what are you talking about? Because I don't sit there and tell you guys.
Amber, you are 520 pounds and you're going to die if you don't lose weight. That's what it is. The fact that that alone is not enough for you to lose weight shows that you just don't care about your future or what you could have had as a future. So you're just kind of embarrassing. And this is literally unaliving yourself on your platform for money. So I hope you're proud of yourself.
About all of the symptoms that actually become less problemsome when I'm on track and when I'm losing.
Girl, what the fuck? Less problemsome? Less problemsome. You are a problematic dumb bitch.
Weight. And sad reality is, as easy as it is for me to feel
Please go back to middle school so you can learn some English.
better, it's also really easy for those symptoms to flare up again and get worse again.
Especially when I'm eating more salt than the daily recommended amount for a normal person who doesn't even have lymphedema or lymphedema.
Even by things that like are normal to the average person, like sitting in the car for too long, or
The cadence of her speech is like a cow mooing, or like a sheep, like when it's talking to its lambs.
just
Fuck.
walking and being on my feet for an hour. All of those symptoms can come back even if I am on track because gravity, when my legs are down,
Defying gravity.
legs become swollen. It's a lot. Lipedema and lymphedema has been detrimental to my life, and it is very confusing and hard to explain to
I have never seen Wicked, the musical or the movie, so I don't know if that was even close.
a bunch of people who like don't understand it. And if you do research, not even a lot of doctors understand it as well.
Yeah, doctors are just so ignorant. I'm an expert. Nobody can contradict me. I know all. I am Mistress Lynn.
Are you eating food alone at bingo or does your mom eat with you? So lately I've been going to bingo with my mom, my stepdad, and my friend, and we all eat food there and we all eat the same thing.
Yeah, we all eat it. So if you're shaming me, you're shaming them. Are you shaming Mama Lynn? Why are you shaming Mama Lynn? I thought you guys said you liked her. You guys are so fake.
Almost everyone at
That's what she's trying to do.
bingo eats or they have their drinks there because there's a snack bar at every single bingo hall, which gets into the next question which was actually asked from the same person that just asked that last one. Can you bring your own food to
Why are you answering questions from the same person? Like, that's not fair. That's really not fair.
bingo? No, you are not allowed to bring your own food. You're not allowed to bring your own drinks. Everything that you consume in there
I bet you bring candy in your purse. Do you eat it there?
has to be bought from the bingo hall. All right, you guys, now let's talk about the goals I had last week and did I succeed in them? So my first goal was to order takeout and have it delivered to my home only 3 times a week. And my second goal was to have a better weekend than I did
You know, if that's your goal, you don't actually have to do it.
before. So for the takeout, I ordered Hawaiian on Wednesday, McDonald's on Thursday, and Indian on Sunday. So that's 3 times. So I was successful in that goal yet again. So I have been successful in that goal every single week so far. So my second goal of
I really considered ordering Indian food last night because I had watched her video and it had me really wanting Indian food. I was so close to getting goat biryani, but then it was like going to be $35 with a delivery fee and tip. And I was like, no.
have a better
I'll just
weekend than
I'll just probably make it myself or like just pick it up if I'm over there.
I did before. I chose that because the Sunday was horrific and I overate on my calories and I just really did not want that to happen. So was I successful?
It was horrific.
I was. Yes, I was. So on Sunday, I ordered Indian food and I actually ate that throughout the day. And that was all that I ate. Because when you order Indian, they give you a lot of
That's kind of gross. That's all you ate all day and you like I've done that sort of, but I add stuff like fruit or vegetables to it like on the side to like enrich my day because that was so lacking in nutrition. What are you talking about? That was your daily intake and that's what you think satisfies your nutrient requirements.
food,
Really?
especially when you order vegetable
And she does not take any supplements.
biryani. So I was able to split that for 3 meals. And then on Saturday
Oh my god. That was more like 6 meals for people.
with my family, we actually went out to eat to a burger joint and I got a freaking salad. Everyone got burgers. And then one of my cousins actually got these like spicy wings. And I was like, oh my God, that looks so good. But
Oh my god. Imagine that. You could have gotten the wings and a salad, a small side salad. Imagine that. You could have had that. You could have had the balance, but you didn't want it. You wanted to try and prove something, or you wanted to have your indulgence. You don't see that there is a middle ground, and that's where healthy eating is.
But the fact that I chose to get like a really good salad instead of a burger with fries, it didn't make me feel like I was being controlled by food. It didn't make me feel powerless, which around food,
Food.
sometimes I do feel like that. So yay, I was successful in both goals. So now I have only one goal for this coming week. So I have a meal plan for this week and I want to follow it
Oh, so she dropped the water thing. Good on you.
5 days out of the 7. But I will tell you guys next week if I did it. All right, let's talk about how my week went. I counted all my calories and I did not go over at all. So Noom wants me to eat between 2,600 to 3,400. So out of the 7 days, I ate below the 2,600 5 days out of the 7. But then there were 2 days where I ate below the 3,400. So I do weigh in daily because Noom wants you to do that. And I have been enjoying it. Like it hasn't been bothering me, seeing the fluctuations. I know that like the second week, no matter what diet I'm doing, I never lose that much weight. I could be counting calories. I could be doing Weight Watchers. I could be doing Jenny Craig. This has happened on semaglutide, Ozempic. Like it literally
You always are on the delta, and you're always binging. And any willpower that you have is never put towards resisting eating those temptations. It's put towards fantasizing about what your next meal is going to be while you're eating sometimes.
really doesn't matter. So when the scale was going like this the whole week, I was like, okay, this is the second week. That's usually exactly what happens because this was the second week of me doing Noom. So anyways, let's get into my weigh-in. Last week I was 518.0 and today I was... Is this gonna be a new thing? I have to do drums
No.
every time before I tell you guys my weight. Today I was 517.0. So that means I'm only down a pound, but I am genuinely okay with that.
Genuinely? Look into my eyes. I am going to suck the soul out of some teenager and I'm going to live to 80.
I just gotta keep trucking, gotta keep doing my thing, gotta keep paying attention to what I'm eating and making those better choices. Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Ugh. I'm so sorry, you guys. I thought I could stop it before she did it to us. But she had to try and kiss us. Gross. It's been 11 years. I don't think Amberlynn will ever be less than 400 pounds, real talk. Not even trying to be mean. I just don't think she cares that much about it. No one knows the lymphatic system like I do. Not even real doctors. LOL, be for reals, Gorly Pop. She's so delusional. And that's why I said she's going to fucking die. Because she did not want to lose weight. She doesn't think that she has to. I think it goes back to whole like narcissistic traits and thinking that she's above anything. Like she didn't think she could get cancer. She didn't think she could get COVID. And when she got those things, what she said is, I thought, not me. I wouldn't be the one to get it. That's totally different thinking than, oh, I don't think that I'll get it. No, that's, I know that I won't get it. And then I'm totally at a loss for words and my entire sense of self is crumbling because I didn't even conceive that it was possible for me. Like, she really thinks that she's just one healthy little meatball walking around. You lost 1 pound in 1 week. You ate enough to maintain 517 pounds, and you're proud. At this point, you're only clowning yourself. There's no X in the word, especially. Thank you, Rachel. Get her. Problematic? No. Problemsome? Yes. You're okay with being what? You're okay with being down 1 pound? Jesus wept. No, not really. Jesus was like, oh, you probably float on water too. 517. Save your time, y'all. You are not obligated to go to. You are not obligated to eat at bingo, for fuck's sake. Exactly. She's never been hungry in her adult life. Ever since she had money, she's never been hungry. Not once. And I think that that's something intentional on her part. That, yeah, she probably did have food insecurity as a child, but really not during her time in foster care. She just wasn't allowed to eat everything she wanted. That's the big problem she had with having any kind of oversight. And then in Crystal's family's house, she couldn't eat whatever she wanted. And in Destiny's mom's house, she insisted on having her own food so she could eat as much as she wanted versus eating. But then she would still eat some of the other food that they had. She would just complain about it. And you eat every inflammatory food on the planet. Thank you. Thank you. Grammarlin hitting us with less problemsome. It's even difficult to say, so that's why I'm like, how did she come up with that? Problemsome. Deleting the comments that hurt AM Baby's feelings. Did I make Ranch Girly upset? Let's read one more. Oh my god. This is the comment we're going to end with. Great job, Amberlynn. Keep up the great work. We're all rooting for you. This person is sick. This person wants to see Amberlynn kill herself. For real. Like, for real. If you like this reaction, leave a like, subscribe, and leave some leaves in the comments. Talk to you later.